Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Seinarukana with me, Phantom Zwei. So when we last left off, I had been getting my butt kicked by Burbalzerd. If you've watched the past two episodes, then you've seen that consistently. But I do want to offer a very big thank you to Shad and I believe it's GHLF2. I hope I remembered that right. Both of you helped me out a lot in order to develop a strategy to fight old Burbalzerd and hopefully overcome his massive sort of region, between our engagements with him. So what I did is I loaded up a save shortly before this engagement because, I just basically wanted to redo the entire battle. So I loaded up this save right here. Still did the heart battle, all that stuff with Reptuna. I don't remember if I leveled exactly the same. Because I basically just wanted to test this. I wanted to test Energy Leak with Satsuki, and he would not repeat his using Warmth after I'd already engaged him, which is where I had saved. So in order to be able to test that, I started from the beginning. But either way, not much has changed. Don't worry about that. We're essentially in the same place. But I do now have a strategy, and it's taking basically most of Shad's advice in order to do this. Also, I did definitely consider GHLF2's advice. I do appreciate it, so thank you both again. So without further ado, let's do this, because my gosh, we have been stuck here. It feels like I've been stuck here forever, but it's just been about an episode and a half. So either way, I've kind of got it set up how we're going to go ahead and start off fighting him right here. So we're going to Energy Leak so he can't use Warmth. That's going to also steal enough mana to where he's not going to be able to use Hydra at the end of this combat. Or at least he won't be able to use it until the very last turn, and so it won't execute until after the battle has ended, so we aren't going to get hurt by it, which is very good. And we're of course going to be attacking him with Naya for the force damage because he's got his material block up. And because he has that, we're probably going to be attacked with his material bash down attack, which Silas can easily defend against. Just to kind of, for anyone else having trouble as I have with this battle, I'm just trying to explain basically how we're going through this. So let's engage, go ahead through the first round. I did fight him off camera, and I was able to defeat him. I immediately, as soon as I defeated him, I saw that we received an Eternal Relic, and I immediately closed the game. So we're still blind, but I do know that this strategy will work. Because I didn't want to waste a whole other video of me just fumbling through stuff, because it's already been enough of that in this particular battle. Or so I thought. Okay, so now he switched to his Force Defense, which means that we're going to go ahead and swap it around. So that we have Silas attacking with his Page Whirlwind 1, and Naya is using her All Defense Force Shield, which should defend against all of his attack, his Force attack, as well as defend against his Gravitation, which he's going to get off this turn. So let's go ahead and get to it. She cannot banish that skill because it's too high a level for anyone who doesn't remember. Okay, so he's gone back again to his material block. So we are going to switch it back up once again. This time we are going to eat some damage because his gravitation is going to go off, and we're not going to have Naya in the defender slot. So we are going to take a little damage here, but that's not a big deal. The only reason we would have to be concerned about that is if he was going to eat off Hydra, which, as I already said, he's not going to. So, let's crush their skulls, as Naya would say. Okay, another 584 damage. We're doing some good damage to him here. Okay, so now he's going to get off Gravitation. This is going to hurt, but we're still okay. Okay, so now he has once again got his Force Shield up, so we go ahead and swap back again. This time his Gravitation will also be completely blocked by Naya. Yes, he will try to use Gravitation one more time, and then in the final round, next time, he's going to try to set up Hydra, but he will never be able to get it off because the engagement will end. So, we're going to be just fine here, as expected. So we hit him again, get some damage, 0 damage to Naya, 0 damage to the party, thanks to Naya's Force Shield. And now, before combat ends, we are going to hit him again with Naya for a bit more force damage. And given that we know what he's going to do here, I would love to be able to get off Harvest, but we do need to defend, unfortunately, against his material block, so there's really not a good way I could do that. What I could have done, possibly, now this might not be worth it, depending on how much he hits for, but I could have had Satsuki use Frozen Armor here in this last round, and then had Salis Harvest, but then again, we have to beat Barbelzerd before we get around to this group again anyway, because he's just going to be recovering too much HP, so it's not really a big deal. But if I were trying to min-max kind of the method that we used here, and, not necessarily just trying to rush down this guy, that would be probably a good method, but this is better, given what we are going for, I believe. So another 584 damage. Defend against his attack. He sets up Hydra, but it's never going to go off. Alright, so now, next we have Thalia, Jatsita, and Ruptuna. I completely stole these, party formations from Shad. So what our idea here is that we are going to be using Icicle Arrow with Ruptuna, essentially so that we are sure we will not be hit by Hydra, is what it boils down to. Jatsita, of course, is our force blocker to defend against all of his, his magic as well as his force attack. We will be switching between Thalia and Ruptuna as our sort of material defender, because neither of them has a strong material block at this point in the game. So they are going to be taking some damage from that, unfortunately. But, we will be fine with this. I do want to keep Ruptuna down here as often as possible, rather than Thalia. And why is that? It's because our Icicle Arrow does 300 force damage, whereas Ice Banisher 2 only does 130 force damage. So we do get more out of defending with Ruptuna, or rather supporting and banishing with Ruptuna than we do with Thalia. Thalia also does have a 500 attack power, material attack, but Ruptuna is exactly the same. Now, in terms of their offensive bonuses, their strength bonuses, we have 160 for Ruptuna, and Thalia has 122, so she is weaker on the attacking front. So who knows, it might balance out. I didn't test it that extensively, but I do know that this will work, so, that'll do for now. So let us go ahead and do things not this way, because I'm like, wait a minute, he has his material block up, don't be stupid. So I guess we're going to go the first round with Thalia as our defender here. Voltaic Beast is her strongest force attack. I do think that I gave Jatsita a Eternal Relic I didn't last time when I went through, but I did give her this ability with an Eternal Relic, just because I realized her force damage would be so valuable. So that is going to help us out a little bit. Let's get to it. One thing I did realize is after, even if you banish him, whether you banish him or not, he will never again try to use Warmth, it seems. So you notice he didn't try to use it this round. He's not going to try to use it next round. So we are going to eat a nasty bit of damage with Thalia there, which is why I can't keep Thalia as our material blocker. We just don't have enough defensive power in order to endure it right now. But we are going to swap Thalia up into our attacker role here. We are going to use Jatsita as our defender for her immunity. That will defend against gravitation as well as... actually, not gravitation, because we will banish that. But it will defend against his force attack, is what I'm trying to get at. So let's go ahead and do this. Getting in all the damage we can. And now we will banish this. Fantastic. Okay, now we are going to swap these two, because basically we need Ruptuna to take the damage here, because if we don't, Thalia is going to get hit by the gravitation in the last round. The reason he's going to get a gravitation through is because the round prior to the last one, on turn 7, he's going to set up Hydra. And we are going to have to use Icicle Arrow in order to banish that on turn 9. And so, because of that, he is going to be able to get his second support ability you know, on that turn through the one that isn't set up, the one's in a Hydra, which is Gravitation. So we do need to, you know, basically we're going to eat some more area of effect damage, so I can't have Thalia super low on health or she's gonna die. And I'd prefer not to lose her if possible, and it is possible. So we are going to do it this way. Get some decent damage. She did eat a nasty hit. That's okay, we banish him, do a little bit of damage here. So now he's gonna set up Hydra this turn. We do need to Icicle Arrow this turn, or else we will not have it set up for when it goes off, because Hydra is, it's activated on attack, so we won't have time to actually set up on turn 9 to banish it. So we have to do it this round. There's no way we can survive if we don't. We are going to, of course, be attacking with Thalia and defending with Jadsita. So let's go ahead and do it. Another 600 damage, looking good. Okay, so he set up Hydra, as expected. Now, we do need Jadsita over here. And, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember how I did this in practice. I believe I had Riptuna take it just because she had more health. Yeah, in fact, I'm sure I did. And I do believe everyone survived in my practice run. So this should go alright, just barely, but it should go alright. I did fail a couple of times, so I'm trying to remember like what happened on the runs that you know, when I succeeded versus when I failed. Oh, and our Ice Banish 2 actually banished his Gravitation. Herp a derp. I should have realized that was going to happen, but I didn't. So that worked out fantastically for us. We actually didn't need that Gravitation like I expected. Oh yeah, what it is that's right. On one of my failed runs, I tried to, like, I got greedy with my damage basically, and had Jadsita use a Fireball there. I believe is what happened. Now, as for this group, I think they're just too weak. I didn't really try to beat him up with this group, but I did with this group, and I was able to kill him with this group. Now, did I do things exactly the same as I did in my practice run? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I think I did. And because it has been a few hours, I practiced it, and then I went and did some other stuff, and now I'm playing back to record, basically. So, Orphoton Barrier, I believe I used Resist at the beginning of battle. Yeah, I had her use this for a little bit of force damage, because we have, like, no force damage on this group, but it's better than nothing, essentially. Now, as for Rue, the idea is to, is basically to have her as our all-defender. She still can absorb quite a bit of damage without dying. So that's the idea here. Now, Sorluska is going to be our material defender in a pinch, and he's going to be our material attacker. Also, Dark Impact is important. Now, did I set all this up properly? I hope so. You know what? I'm pretty sure I didn't use Resist. I actually just used Mana Link, I think. I don't think that was really important. I could be wrong. I do have this set right. Okay, so how I started this, I know it was a Sorluska in the attacker slot, and I believe... yeah, I believe it was something like this. I believe so. We're gonna find out. Either way, let's get to it and hope for the best. Hope I remembered correctly, essentially. Okay, so this could be it. 800 damage, solid, very, very solid. But he took a lot of damage there. Use Gravitation, that is going to hit us, of course, because we have no way of banishing it, because Energy Leak is not high enough level. Now, at this point, we have to switch. Miyu does slightly more damage than Ru does, in terms of force damage. Now, I believe she also has a stronger magic bonus. I could be wrong. No, 96%. That's really weak. What about you, Ru? 86. Okay, so it is better, but they're both really bad, essentially. But in any case, this time we're actually going to set it up like this. And we're going to go for a little extra damage, just squeeze that damage out of Dark Impact. We're going to do very little damage with Miyu, of course. But essentially, Miyu can't really take much more anyway, so we got to get what we can out of it. We should also defend against Gravitation with Ru, which is going to help kind of space the damage out a little bit. And we're gonna get him so close this time. Hopefully next turn we can kill him. Another 186 damage. How about Dark Impact? 273. Okay, Ru took some damage. Ouch. I didn't like that very much. Okay, so now he's going back to his material. Or actually, he didn't change, right? Because we still did more material than force damage. That's right. That's kind of what tripped me up a little bit last time as well. I believe I actually stuck to this exact same pattern. 186 damage. 273. He's got 36 HP. But we're gonna survive it. We're gonna survive it, and we're gonna win right now. And we're gonna win the exact same way, because it's over. Who would have thought? Chris Miyu is the victor over Barbelzard. Essentially, the reason I sent in that squad, by the way, is not because I'm like, oh, this squad is great for him. No, it's because the longer I waited, the more HP he was restoring. So as long as that group can survive long enough to kill him, that's all that mattered. So, you know, that's all there was to that. Yes! I am so happy. You guys have no idea. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for your feedback on that. The thing is, I generally like going through this stuff blind and, you know, just kind of fumbling through it for myself. But there was so little room for error on that guy that, you know, I didn't really mind, you know, seeking out help from you guys, especially since I definitely tried as much as I could on my own, I felt, and without, you know, going to the internet anyway for feedback, or else just beating my head against a wall and trying, like, forever, which would have gotten very tedious to watch. I wouldn't have got it. So, yeah, again, thank you guys very much for helping me out on that. Icicle Arrow Alpha, okay. Not bad. Wind Whisper. Okay, that's the plus defense. Oh, endurance and resistance, that's nice. Okay, we got Sword of the Northern Sky, 8% material damage and 500 force damage. That is pretty cool, I gotta say. Okay, Blitz 1. It's a good attack for Solace, for sure. Oops. Sky Ripping Fist, 12% material damage. And then we have Resolute Block 1. And that's plus strength, yes. Oh, and endurance, okay, nice. It's actually not bad. Okay, so Icicle Arrow Alpha is tempting. Sword of the Northern Sky is tempting. Blitz 1 is a little tempting. And Sky Ripping Fist is a bit tempting. But overall, I feel like I'm going to get the most out of Icicle Arrow Alpha 1 or Sword of the Northern Sky. And honestly, I feel like this gives Katima a good bit more versatility. And, you know, as I know I've said this before, but I've been looking kind of for that versatility, you know, with Katima. She just hasn't seemed to really excel at any one thing so far, which is why, you know, I've kind of been looking for attacks like this. So let's go ahead and give that to her. I feel like Katima is going to be, you know, I mean, look at her attack list now. She's very versatile in terms of the damage she can do, material and force-wise. Her blocks aren't very versatile and, you know, very situational with her support skills, but as an attacker, I like what we got going on now with Katima. And finally, at long last, Remy, shut up. Let me enjoy this moment, damn it. In fact, save the game. You said it. Yay! Woo! Oh man. That was crazy. Alright, so now we can get back into the story. And I'll be honest, you know, kind of after as much trouble as I had with that combat scenario, I'm actually really glad to be back into the story bits. So let's continue. What? Is the enemy retreating? Barbelzard must have decided that his minions were outmatched and immediately pulled them back. The rest of their forces quickly withdraw after them.
Nani? 俺たちに恐れをなしたってところだろ。
バカ。相手がそんなに弱腰なわけないでしょ。妙ではあるわね。
ああ。敵リーダーの姿も見られなかった。さらなる波状攻撃を仕掛ける気かもしれない。
うん。油断はできんな。防衛部隊にも連絡を入れてこよう。
Naya and Silas both go rushing off. We take the time to rest up. Honestly, I'm glad they retreated when they did. We weren't pushing ourselves, but we could definitely use some rest. Anyway, we win, I guess. That's something to celebrate.
おそらくはこの撤退も敵の作戦行動のうちなのではないでしょうか。
I'd say you're onto something there, Katima.
うん。とりあえずは休めそうだけど、まだ気は抜けないね。よーし、大勝利。あんなやつだ。元から目じゃないもんね。
何回来たって同じだぜ。返り討ちじゃ。
単純な人はいいわね。
はは。
失礼します。ナイヤ様。ここにもいらっしゃらない。どこにいらっしゃるのかしら。
Philomera sighs and rests her head on her hand for what feels like the dozenth time today. She hasn't seen Naya at all since the enemy's attack was driven back. She's a little worried that something might have happened, but since there hasn't been any message or alarm, she's sure that Naya's fine. She turns and begins to leave when the breath catches in her throat.
あなたはこんにちは。綺麗なメイドさん。ちょうどいいわ。あなたならぴったり。
Our defenses suck. The woman's dressed exotically and looks Philomera, up and down provocatively. Philomera realizes immediately that this woman is her master's enemy.
まさか、あなたは光をもたらす者のリーダー、エボリアよ。あなたは、なんていう名前かしら。恐怖で舌も顎も動かないのかしら。まあ、怖いわよね。力も何もないただの人間なんだから。でも、怖がらないで。これからとっても気持ちいいことをしてあげるから。
Those words startle her. She expected that she was about to be killed where she stood.
期待していいわよ。頑張っちゃうから。
Evolia blurs. She appears next to Philomera a moment later and flicks her in the forehead. Philomera staggers back helplessly and falls down. Evolia is immediately on top of her with a seductive grin. Okay, and we're back. Stuff happened. Evolia basically jumped on Philomera, and at the end of it, she says, "You will not remember anything that happened. Good night, Philomera." Alright, so she did something to her there, but not really quite sure what. I assume that she's going to have control over Philomera now or something. I don't know. Either way, basically, what you expect happened is basically what happened there.
よし、大丈夫みたいね。
Evolia checks herself in the mirror and nods in satisfaction. Oh, the image is not her own seductive appearance, but the graceful Philomera. However, there is no mistaking the way she carries herself. Evolia's fearless smile only reinforces the difference.
あら、いっけない。まだ時間があったわね。もう少しあの子を可愛がってあげればよかったかしら。
Evolia laughs to herself. The real Philomera is hidden somewhere safe. The sound of footsteps and gasping draws near from outside the room. She immediately straightens herself.
向こうは待ちきれなかったのかしら。案外早い到着ね。ま、いいでしょ。男の欲望まで予定時間に組み込むのは難しいものね。
After a moment, Nia enters the office. Just as Evolia heard, he's out of breath and panting from rushing here.
お待ちしておりました、ニーヤ様。
ああ、すまない。だが、本当なのか？
何がでしょうか？
とぼけるな。手紙に書いてあったことだ。ナーヤよりも俺のことを慕っているという。
ああ、はい、本当でございますよ。私は以前よりずっとニーヤ様のことを思っていましたから、ナーヤ様のもとに預けられてからもずっとニーヤ様を思い、何度ひそやかに自らを慰めたことか。もうこの気持ちを隠し通す気にはなれません。
そうか。そうだったのか。
A vulgar smile spreads across his lips. A man that looks at women only as the object of his own desire. Evolia hides her disgust and doesn't let her expression change.
そんなにこの私、フィロメーラをご所望ですか？
当たり前だ。その体を何度犯してやりたいと思ったことか。さあ、始めよう。
Wow. Naya's brother is pretty shameless, huh?
ダメですわ。ここにいてはいつ他のものが来るかわかりませんもの。ですから。
Okay, so what I'm guessing is that she's going to get him to lead her into the central chamber. That, you know, basically we heard about if that was destroyed, it would collapse everything. It's my assumption. She pulls Nia into her arms and brings her lips to his ear.
普段あの子が好き勝手に使っている場所でしたいですわ。今なら騒ぎも収まってきて、ナーヤは仲間たちのところにいるでしょうし。
なんだと？あそこ。
ニーヤ様。
あ。
She whispers sweetly and kisses him gently. Nia melts into his desire and quickly nods to her.
ありがとうございます。では、早速向かいましょう。
ああ、早く行くぞ。そして、たっぷりと泣かしてやるからな。
楽しみですわ。この私の体を好きにしてくださいませ。
Here we are.
ここがナーヤがいつも使っている部屋だ。さあ、早速。
Nia can't wait any longer. He starts to turn around while pulling his pants off. But darkness suddenly covers his eyes.
なんだ？何をするのだ？まさか、私の視界を遮ったままでやるというのか？
バカな人。
あ！
Evolia changes back to her real appearance. Nia's been knocked unconscious, but his erection still sticks up into the air.
大した勢力ね。大きくもないくせに。
Oh, damn.
だらしない格好をそのまま晒し続けなさい。
Ouch! The burns! They are so real. And I do find it kind of ironic how this game went from, like, very few, like, sexual undertones up to this point until, to, like, right now in, you know, Evolia, and then it's basically like, guess what, guys? This is an age game. Sex! Just kind of... The shift is a little jarring, but, you know, kind of amusing as well. She walks further in, smiling in satisfaction.
余談の連中。勝負はこれからよ。
Well, if you destroy that, it seems like we're kind of screwed. Since the enemy is withdrawn, Sorluska and I get ready for another attack and keep guard. The danger's gone, but nobody's relaxing yet. The quiet of the town is creepy.
もうこの辺には敵はいねえようだな。
油断しちゃダメだよ。前の撤退はお芝居かもしれないじゃない。
Nozomi warns him to be careful. She's gotten pretty good at this. Well, after all the fighting we've been through, it's only natural. You're probably right. Their retreat was too well planned. They're up to something.
そんなこと言ったって全然攻めてくる気配がないじゃねえか。敵の目的はあの塔なんだろ。なのに撤退してからは遠巻きに眺めてるだけだ。おじけづいたんだよ。
ちょっと短絡的じゃないかな。
Just like him, though.
なんだと
Monobe drowns out Sorluska, making a weird sound that I've never heard before. What's that noise supposed to be?
瀕死の豚がどこかで鳴いてるんじゃねえか
I can see that.
違うよ。これは危険を知ら
It's
せ
an
る。
alarm.
早くモノベに戻らないと。
I didn't know we had that.
なんだかわからないけど緊急の事態みたいだな。とっとと戻ろうぜ。
Yeah. An alarm we've never used before? I'm worried. What could it mean? We hurry back to Monobe, afraid of what might have happened. Everyone else is already in the student council room when we get there. Satsuki looks especially impatient and glares at us for being the last ones there here.
遅いわよ。招集がかかってから10分過ぎてるじゃない。
珍しくイラついてるな。
That just means that it really is an emergency.
何があったんですか？みんなを集めるのにモノベを使うなんて初めてですよね。
I realize Jetsita is pale and staring at the ground. Salas is also shaking his head in defeat.
派遣していた調査隊からの報告で、笹江の塔の近部に精霊回廊が通っているのを発見したんだ。
The elemental corridor? But aren't they everywhere? So what?
問題なのはそこからよ。笹江の塔の精霊回廊にとてつもなく強いエネルギーが通っているのが分かったの。まずいわよね。
They seem to understand what this means, but Nozomi and I are lost. Salas looks to us and explains.
つまり、何者かが外部から笹江の塔を動かそうとしているんだ。
笹江の塔は精霊回廊を通していくつもの分子世界とつながっておる。塔が内部から破壊されれば、この世界だけではなく他の世界も巻き込まれてしまう。
Someone's trying to do that? Isn't that...
言うまでもなく大変な事態よ。ベルバルザードたちが簡単に撤退したのも単なる時間稼ぎだったってことね。
Then we need to stop them.
ああ、塔が破壊されたらとんでもないことになるぜ。事態は一刻を争う。早急に部隊の編成を。
みんな、あれを見ろ。
Raimi points out the window at the tower of support, rising above everything else. Ah! My breath catches in my throat. The tower shining like a sun.
これはどういうことですか？
The glow spreads in every direction and lights up the entire world. It's like all the power within the tower is being discharged. I stare in stunned amazement. The brigade members slump in depression.
遅かったか。
塔から光が。このようなことは初めてじゃ。
何が起こってるの？それを今から確かめに行くんだよね。
しかし、一体誰がこんなことを。あの塔にはわらわたちトトカ一族以外誰も立ち入れないはずじゃ。
おそらく光をもたらすもの。彼ら以外に考えられない。
総攻撃の際にエボリオの姿が見えなかった。やはり彼女の仕業か。
奴一人の仕業ではあるまい。あの塔には堅固なプロテクトを施してあった。エボリアといえどやすやすと立ち入れん。
だが実際塔は内部から操作されている。それは明らかだ。
学者たちの中に内通者がいるということなのでしょうか。
The room goes quiet. We know the truth, though. If they didn't have someone on the inside helping them, they wouldn't be able to take over the tower. Did they force them to open it, or did they betray us on their own?
おい、見ろ。
狙いすましていたように現れたわね。
The minion forces that retreated have appeared again. This time around the tower. Unlike last time, though, they're digging in to defend it.
なめた真似してくれるじゃん。
想定通りの状況に合わせた布陣か。ここからでは正面突破するしかないな。
行きましょう。ここで考えていても時間の無駄です。何としても塔の崩壊を防ぐのよ。やれやれ、面倒なことね。
Let's go, Naya.
望む、すまんが力を貸してくれ。
Of course. She's preoccupied. I guess if there is a traitor among her family, she can't help it. If you're this worried already, then the fight's lost before we even start. I lightly pinch her ear.
何をするのじゃ。
Knew it. Your ears are your weak spot.
今はそんなことしておる場合か。
That's the spirit. Go turn that anger on the enemy.
もちろんじゃ。じゃが、それとこれは話が別じゃ。
I was just trying to cheer you up.
余計なお世話じゃ。
She huffs and turns away.
何やってるの、のぞむちゃん。もうみんな言ったよ。
I'm flirting! Don't get in my way, Nozomi. Alright, let's get going.
二度とわらわの耳を許可なくつまむでないぞ。
I'll be careful. Within the tower of support, in front of the console that controls the entire tower, Evolia stands with a calm smile.
トトカ一族の体を使えば簡単にこの塔のシステムに侵入できるのね。どこまで単純なのかしら。
She looks up at the main screen showing the area outside the tower. Just as they planned, Burblezerd has brought the minions and is fortifying the area. Right now, Nozomu and the others are racing to prepare an attack.
残念でした。今から止めようとしたって遅いわよ。
Nia lies unconscious at her feet. She kicks him in the head. But he doesn't wake up.
まさか自分の兄が私たちを手引きしたとは思っていないでしょうね。いや、それよりもこの事実を突きつけてあげた方が向こうにとってはダメージが大きいかしら。ま、どのみちこの塔の破壊とともにみんな死んでしまうんだから、傷ついた心を癒してる暇なんてないでしょうけど。
Evolia watches the monitor as she laughs to herself. Nozomu's forces finally begin to advance.
残念。遅刻よ。
Her laughter, her laughter echoes through the tower of support. Okay. Naya's awakened to a new curriculum name, magic, and Act IP have leveled up. Okay, just Naya this time. New battle music. Recapture the Tower of Support. Stop the Lightbringers. Alas! I mean, we'll go ahead and through, the explanation here, but that is where I'm going to call the episode. Okay, so we got to defend this point, and we got to capture Varia Shalio.
すまぬ望む。完全に裏をかかれてしまった。悔やんでも仕方ない。全力で取り戻そう、望む。作戦内容を説明するぞ。心して聞くように。目的は言うまでもなく、支えの塔の奪還だ。ただし、コントロールを奪われた今、直接都市から塔の内部に到達することはできん。我らはまず前回の迎撃地であったセレスタインプラントから進軍しなければならん。各プラントを取り返し、支えの塔周辺まで近づく。
Okay, so the direction that we originally came from, it looks like you can teleport from the area where the heart fight was over to here. I guess it just wasn't enabled last time. Alright, so we gotta take all the way up here, over there. So basically we have to travel the entire map, it looks like. It doesn't look like you have to go this way, though. So I'll probably make a detour to both of these areas to see if we can reach these two places. Assuming you can reach them that way. You obviously have to be able to reach this place because it's got, named strongholds, but...
そして、支えの塔、ワリアスハリオへの転送鍵を解除するため、エセルベルデプラント、ビフィーラインプラント、エシュレイプラント、ルトウィアプラント以上の4つを占拠する必要があるのだ。広域での戦いになる。戦力の分散も必要になるだろう。正直厳しい戦いだ。だがこのままでは支えの塔の破壊によって分子世界が連鎖崩壊する。そんなことをするわけにはいくまい。なら総力戦だ。支えの塔を奪還するぞ。
Okay, there's one target point. And one over here, up there, and way over here. Lots of targets to capture. Alright. Organize units. As is, I have, kind of 3 really strong units. Maybe I want to roll this way. Kind of have 3 really strong units. But then again, I don't want to split I don't want to have 2 blue, powerful blue forces in one squad either. That seems kind of wasteful. So maybe we move him here. No, I want to actually use Katima a little bit. And I want Ratuna in Nozomu's squad, just in case we run into a heart battle somewhere. Maybe we do something like this? Yeah, maybe we try something like that. For now. We can always change it around a little bit. Maybe I even create an all-rounder. But for now, this looks alright, I think. Yeah, I'm not forgetting anybody, am I? We're good. Let's start this way, and we can always change it up. After all, we're going to be continuing this in the next mission, or rather, the next episode anyway, so. Alright, so just let me go ahead and save here. If you guys are enjoying the series, I do encourage you to pick up the game for yourself. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.